Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing as the German Empire. Alright, so let's go and jump into today's episode where we'll be declaring war on the fascist faction, which has Poland, Latvia, and Estonia, and Spain. Spain is also in it, and it looks like Greece is joined, which makes sense because they're about to be defeated by the Italians, but this will result and us being able to join the war easier. Of course, that doesn't really help us that much because we've already spent the political power here to get the war goal, which we get on the 20th of April. I mean, Poland does need to be pulled in first, obviously. Now, you'll notice, well, we do have this issue here, so let's go and cancel this. We're going to be kicking the Hungarians out here soon. And then we can pull in the Japanese again. Yeah, we're not going to do that, though, as I said last episode, until after they've gotten rid of Russia as a puppet, because we don't want Russia in the faction, because that's pretty much our main enemy. I mean, obviously, there's France as well. They're our main fascist enemy, though. So they have brought in Poland and Latvia and Estonia, so we can go ahead and join the conflict now, but of course, we don't actually have all our troops on the front just yet, nor do we have the planning bonuses yet. So we won't do it this way. We can always just ask to join their wars through here. I just wonder if will we get our political power back if I cancel that? I'm not entirely sure. So we'll go ahead and test that real quick because there's really no reason to do it because we've got a new way to join the conflict. All right, so it looks like we bypassed something there. Okay, we didn't get our focus yet. So let's go ahead and cancel this. Cancel justification. And I don't know if we got the political power back or not. I wasn't paying attention up here, but it's kind of irrelevant because we're actually kind of stacked on political power. So this means we could join the war sooner. We were going to get that war goal in April, and now we can pretty much join as soon as the troops get onto the front and get their planning bonuses and all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and get the next radar tech here. And I want to say we've already set these up to only build one more. Yeah, we're good to go here. Of course, these battleships here, you know, we've always set those to build one. With light cruisers, that will be done on February 1st. All right, excellent. What about the submarines? Did we not design those yet? Or were we waiting on something? Maybe we were waiting on... I don't think I originally intended to wait for the snorkels, but it looks like that's what we're currently doing. We're waiting on snorkels now. Alright, so do we have any troops that we can put over on the border? We do. We have one infantry unit. So we're going to put these guys over there onto... Which front needs them more? Probably this one here. And I'm a little worried about supply down here. So we might want to change the situation up. And also, obviously, we're going to need to micro this just a little bit. Because we're going to put this guy over there. But yeah, they don't have the mountain troops in the actual mountains or attacking the actual mountain provinces. So let me just see where those are all at. These are all hills. At the very least, you want to defend. Well, I mean, there's mountains on the other side over here. So we don't really have to have them here where they're defending mountains. It might make sense to actually have them down here instead, the way they've kind of got them going, which I'm sure they didn't do intentionally. But yeah, I think it'd make more sense to bring them down here. Let's bring those guys there. He can come over here and replace him. And yeah, we can keep this guy here. He's still defending mountains. So yeah, we'll join as soon as these guys get onto their fronts and stuff, which some of them could be like taking the rails over there. Make this a little bit quicker. Because yeah, they don't start getting that planning bonus up until after, you know, they get actually on the front. So yeah, some of these movements here, I mean, like this is probably foolish. I should just put him onto this one here and then just take one of these troops. Actually, you know what? It's better to just take one that's over here and then put him over there so he can get there a little bit quicker. Alright, excellent. And we'll make sure that he gets over to where he's going quicker as well. Alright, so I'm thinking probably, I mean, it is still winter and there's snow here. Or, yeah, a little bit of snow here. There might be mud a little bit after that. And it looks like the fascist faction has expanded. The Dominican Republic has joined them, Venezuela has joined them, and Peru and Mexico has joined them. So basically has spread very much into the Americas now. So, you know, I don't know that we'll be able to completely avoid conflict in the Americas. What I'm hoping is that the Americans, when they go to war with the fascists, that they'll take all these out so that we don't have to get too involved outside of Europe. But yeah, the faction has expanded. So this is what it currently looks like. So it has gotten a bit larger. When I was talking about who all could join, I was only considering the European countries. There's also the American countries I didn't even think about. But yeah, the Bulgarians have not joined yet. It's in their best interest not to, obviously, with the Italians right there on their border. It looks like the Greeks have been defeated. Is Turkey now at war? Yeah, Turkey's now at war with all of them as well. So a natural ally here, of course, but, you know, they're still set to go fascist, so can't really ally with them. So we got the naval air effort. That's what we were waiting on. And I think we're just going to go after the German war economy next. That's going to switch us over to war economy and give us 6 military factories, which will be useful. So we're going to get that real quick. And yeah, I think all the troops are on the border now. You can see that they don't all have their organization up. Well, there's a couple still moving. Let's get them going a little bit quicker here. A little bit of bouncing around, it looks like. Yeah, our units aren't entirely sure where to go or whatever. So we got the tanks split up. Some over here to push towards Warsaw, and these ones over here to get Krakow, or Krakow, however you want to pronounce it. And we're not going to go in this way just yet. Yeah, the idea here is that we'll cut off all the troops over here and get them destroyed. But of course, going after those two victory points there is going to get them pretty close towards capitulation anyways. So we did get the anti-air. Excellent. Now, I know we need to switch up the ship at A, but wasn't there something else? Oh, yes, the automatic cannons for the light tanks. We're going to check those out and see if that's something we want to add. Let's go and get that 10% attack bonus there for the artillery. We'll get the anti-air line updated. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at those light tanks. See if we want to change those. So that's this one here. So we currently have the improved small cannon, but if we go with the improved automatic cannon, they will give us more soft attack, and we'll lose hard attack and piercing. This will speed us up quite a bit too, which these guys are already pretty fast. In fact, way faster than they need to be. Not entirely sure what increased their speed. Something we did must have increased the speed, because yeah, we could actually pull back on the engines a little bit. There's really no point on going faster than the trucks. There's no advantage to doing so. So yeah, I think we might want to pull back just a bit on the engines once we change this up, because I think we will change it up. I think small attack, or excuse me, soft attack is probably going to be more useful to us for the light tanks, and it also reduces production. Yeah, increases speed. Of course, you lose that heart attack, but you know, that's not really what these guys are going to do it well anyways. So let's go and pull back on the engines just a bit. I'll put them down to 12 there. Yeah, that's probably good. So we'll go ahead and save this here. And then we'll want to get these guys updated, producing these new tanks, which will have better soft attack. So that'll be helpful, as we're pretty much just fighting infantry here in Poland, and I'm not seeing anybody else. All right, let's see if we can declare war. I know we're still in winter, so obviously it would behoove us to wait if we wanted to have the most smoothest experience here, but we don't necessarily have to, guys. There's not really any. We're gonna win no matter what, obviously. Let me get the plane set up. We haven't done that yet, and we still have these planes flying overhead unnecessarily. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get the planes over here. And do we want to move these guys? Yeah, we can move them. Which one of these is the more modern one? That one. All right, so we'll move these three over here because it's slightly closer. And then we'll want to move the tactical bombers could probably stay right here because they've got the range. So yeah, we can go ahead and move them over to this zone though. Or maybe we want them in the Baltic states, because yeah, we could have some issues not having enough planes there. This is what we'll do. We'll just split them up. Put one over there. All right, so let's go move the planes that we have over here now. 800 planes total. Let's gonna put over. Oh, that's gonna overstaff it a bit. All right, well that's okay. What we'll do is we'll just spread them out a little bit here. Put 400 over here into that airbase, and then we'll put the other ones over here, and we want them to be right in the eastern Poland zone. And it looks like we got 200 more fighters that can be moved. I think those ones are here. So we'll just, we'll put them right here. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And we have more planes that are trained up over here, although these are all fighters. So probably not necessary to bring them over here, but yeah, why not? I don't know how many planes they'll have, so we'll move them over here. And we'll put these guys over here. Alright, so that looks good. And also we have some planes up here that I didn't account for, so we can go ahead and get them moving as well. We'll probably put them into this air zone here. And I think that's good. You got these guys trained up here. There's just the naval bombers essentially. So let's go and put some of them into this zone here. Get another air wing coming up over here. And they'll do the naval strikes. And I think that should be good to go for the planes at least. The ships we want to go ahead and get going out there as well. How do we want to do this? I don't really feel like we need all of these out there. Let's let them return back real quick. I didn't realize we were only on speed 3 there. We could have sped this up a lot while we were waiting. So do a lot of these destroyers have the ability to do some mine lane? Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are equipped for mine lane. They have that little icon there, these Type 24 ones. So I almost want to do is just create like a mine lane fleet. Yeah, I mean like a huge mine lane fleet. I mean it wasn't part of my original plan here, but why not? So let's go and change up their icon here. Also, I think we're going to just change up the color for the whole fleet here. Maybe the blue or something. Alright, so these guys here are the training fleet, which they're all pretty much done training here. And we also got a submarine that got mixed in there. So move him over there. And then these guys are not the training destroyers. And then we have this guy who's still needs training, but yeah, we're not going to wait on it. Alright, so let's go and put these over here. Same thing with these two, put those over there as well. And then the one light cruiser, you know, I just think we're gonna get rid of this because we're not gonna wait on it. Let them all get merged there. And then let's go ahead and put the submarines in a separate task force, separate fleet with a different commander, because they're gonna have our Seawolf in charge of them. And he's already got all those traits. Yeah, we're good to go here. We already upgraded those earlier in the campaign, and we'll make them red. And let's go ahead and get them split up into separate task force here. So what we want to do is have like the level 2s in their own task force. And what I should have done is just split up, let me redo this. There are better ways to do this here. So let's take all the level 2s and put them in a completely separate fleet here. Make it a little bit easier to manage and make sure I didn't miss any. And better see like how many level 2s we have and how many level 1s we have. So it looks like most of the fleet, the submarine fleet, is level 2s. So that's good to see. Alright, so we will start with these. We're going to change up their icons so we can tell the difference between the two of these. And then we're probably not going to put them all out there, guys, because it's Poland. It's really not necessary. I guess you could come over here, though, because there is the Spanish as well, so we can sink their convoys. I suppose that's an option, too, but they won't get support of the Air Force or the rest of the fleet, so there is that to consider. So how many of these are we going to want to do? Let's do 5 in each task force for right now, since we have so many of them. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do this. And let me make sure I'm not taking any that need to be repaired. Those ones would be better to leave out. So yeah, we'll just do task force of 5 because again we have so many ships. And I don't think we'll put all of them out there either because this is gonna be overkill already. We will go ahead and put some level 1s out there though, and we'll do task force of 5 with those as well. But yeah, we'd have to get another fleet if we wanted to do all the ships. Let's just do, we'll just leave these guys here since most of those are repairing for now. And how many more can we do? 2 more. Alright, so let's go ahead and get... That's 6. That's good. I think that's fine for now. Again, honestly, this is kind of overkill here. So let's let everyone get moved around, all the planes and stuff. You know, a lot of these kind of move over to the front line. And then we'll join the conflict. Again, it's winter time, but that's all right. We got the submarine snorkels, so at least we can get those designed real quick before the war actually starts here. So I suppose we want to get cruiser stuff next. So get the cruiser hull, the armor, torpedoes, and then the guns for those. Yeah, so let's go and start researching this. This will be 59 days to get the actual hull tech. And we also can get some more military factories here, so let's go and do that. With that one focus we got, you'll notice we have 100% infrastructure bonus here, since that did build up the infrastructure in several of our states. And don't want to build in Austria. That's not core territory, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll just build over here. There we go. This should all be... I think this is all core territory. Let me just double check here. Yeah, this is all core territory. That territory we got from Poland is core. So we can build on all that. Alright, so I want to say probably ready to go here. Maybe give it one more day. And then we'll go ahead and join the conflict and invade Poland. Now, you can see the Italians are here. So they're going to get involved in this. And yeah, let's just go ahead and join all their wars. So we're able to do this 3 months earlier, which is good because I'm sitting here on speed 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the attack with the tanks. We're going to want to push down towards Warsaw here. We are attacking into the forest. We could have went this way, but we'll get more troops cut off by attacking this way here. So let's go ahead and go with all these guys here. We'll then send infantry to support them. If we have more than one division, they'll just support, or excuse me, if we have more than one division, then one will attack and the other will support. If it's just one, then obviously we can only support. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here, attack with the tanks. And then as for pushing forward with other units, yeah, I don't think we'll... I mean, they got a lot more troops here, don't they? Yeah, particularly like right here. Like, that's probably because of so many provinces they border. That's a lot of troops there in that one province. So much so that they're overstretching the supply. Alright, so we could push forward in these areas, but the key here is just moving with the tanks in order to cut troops off. Alright, so let's go ahead and send in the infantry here. And this province will no longer be on the front. So we're going to send everything we got there. Alright, we got the mechanized. That's going to be needed for our heavy tank unit. I know that there's a lot of stuff for us to get right now. The British want to send volunteers. I guess because the communists just want to fight the fascists. I mean, we could let them send volunteers, I suppose. I mean, I guess there's not really any... I suppose it lets them get experience and stuff. I'm fine with them sending volunteers. We'll probably approve that. Since we are in 41, I think it is time to go ahead and start working on the industrial tax. We'll get the concentrated industry 5 first. And again, we'll let them send these volunteers, even though, you know, obviously we don't really actually need these. But why not? We'll let them come over here and fight. Given they're a future enemy, and so letting them get military experience probably isn't the wisest thing to do. But again, I don't really care if they build up their experience. We will not use the Italian divisions. Yeah, I don't really want to control them. Yeah, we're just going to decline that. They can control their own troops here. And Bulgaria joined the fascist faction. I wasn't entirely sure that they would because of the risk of being completely surrounded here, but they have joined. Now, they haven't joined the war yet, so that'll take some time, but yeah, it looks like they've decided to join the conflict. See, we do control the skies. I didn't put the ships out there, so let's go and do that real quick. Got them all designed, but then didn't actually give them any orders here. Alright, so we want these guys to do the convoy raiding in all these areas here throughout the English Channel. And then we're going to try and cut the Spanish off from any supply as well. So this is quite an order here. And so hopefully they do well. We should do this one as well. And hopefully the Spanish don't cause too many issues with their own fleet. I'm expecting the Italians to hold them down, but then we have our fleets as well. So let's go and set these guys up to do the mine lane. And it's just going to be probably just in these areas here. Currently repairing. Yeah, we'll let them finish repairing, I suppose. Because yeah, otherwise it's gonna cancel it. So we'll have to wait to actually give them that order. We'll just kind of dip back over here and check up on them, and then the fleet here would probably get split into two, because this is, you know, it's not a large fleet, obviously, a large task force. But yeah, I don't think we have enough screens here because I'm using all the destroyers here. So we don't really have enough screens to cover all these ships here. So what we might go ahead and do is just pull out the heavy cruisers for now. Yeah, we'll pull the heavy cruisers out and then take a look and see how we're looking in relation to the battleships, or the capital ships, I should say, though they are all battleships, to the screens. So this is actually good. Yeah, this is enough screens to cover this. In fact, we have one extra ship. So yeah, this will work. So this will be the task force that we use, and we don't have a patrol task force, so that's one issue. So we could set these guys to patrol. That uses a lot of fuel, though. All these big old ships. It's probably not the best way to do that. So what we're going to do is just leave 10 screens in here, and then take out... Oh, this one's going to cause problems, isn't it? So, you know, let's take that out since it's currently repairing. So we're just going to take out our older cruisers here. At least some of them. And they will be the patrol fleet. Alright, so we'll go ahead and give them our typical patrol icon here, which is the binoculars. And then these guys, they can, I suppose they could stay with that icon. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright, so yeah, we'll keep these guys over here. Let's go ahead and set them up to patrol. And they're going to be trolling throughout this region here. We will not be going into the English Channel and the Bay of Biscay and all that. We're only going to put our main fleet in areas where we'll have ground-based plane support, naval bomber support. All right, and then these guys are going to be on the strike force. And it should all set them up. There we go. Excellent. So we'll control these zones here. And that looks pretty good. All right, so again, we're going to try and cut off as many troops as possible. We do need to finish up this as defense, and then we'll go ahead and attack Krakow. Alright, so let's go ahead and help out there. And then let's start really pushing forward here in any area where there's nobody to stop us. And I didn't mean to send... I'm going to send that guy this way. Alright, we'll see where we need him. Probably here. Send this guy over here as well, and then he will support this attack on the city. Alright, so let's go and keep on pushing forward, guys. And, you know, we'll let the infantry fill this in. And just looking if there's any really easy attacks. And this got messed up, didn't it? Yeah, just a bit. Alright, so let's go and fix this. We'll have them cover this here. And then what I think we're going to do here is attack this way, try and cut off any troops over this way. Now, given they do have the port there, so we won't be completely cut off. So what we're going to do is attack up this way and go ahead and take the port there. But yeah, the key is going to be cutting troops off, guys. So we don't have to fight them all the way over here. And I'm looking to increase, not the Green Army, but this army here, the tanks. And we did get commanders for all these, right? Yep, we're good to go. Alright, so let's go and attack down here where they're nice and weak. And also push forward here. And I suppose this is slightly longer front than it needs to be. Alright, so you can already see where we're going to cut them off. These troops here. They're all trying to evacuate here. Obviously, we don't want that to happen. And the tanks don't really need to cover all this territory here. They really only need to be on the front. So let's go and fix that. The Blue Army will cover this in. I mean, I guess technically they're both Blue Armies. And I suppose that's a little confusing. Could always change that up. Turkey wants to join the Central Powers. We're going to decline again because they haven't gone fascist yet. And the Romanians want to join the conflict, and we accept. Yeah, they can go ahead and join. Bring our subjects in. Alright, so we could start attacking here so they can't evacuate. I suppose that would be an option. I feel like we're going to be able to close this off fairly quickly, though. Let's go and go across the river now. And then here, you know, we're going to have to attack across the river. Looks like we're actually being attacked, so we got to finish that up. There we go. So let's go and get across the river. Obviously, those are more difficult attacks. That's okay. And we'll have these guys come over this way. Alright, so he's losing there. So what we're going to want to do now is use these troops to assist. And in fact, we can even just cut off these guys here now. So let's go ahead and do some attacks here. So that looks pretty good. We're going to need to bring some troops over here, help out. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and attack here, stop these guys from all getting out, because you can see that they're attempting to leave here, and we don't want that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go here, and when we take Warsaw, that'll cut all these troops off right here. Beautiful. That's what we want to see happen. Alright, we're going to go over here now. These tanks should be coming over somewhere to help us out. In fact, I'm going to bring one of these guys over here. Let's go push forward here and here. Again, just going, you know, very smooth right now. Not really any issues. That's how we want to see this go. I guess one issue would be the having to micromanage these fronts a little bit. But other than that, it's going very well. We sunk one destroyer but lost 2 submarines. Okay, hopefully those are old submarines. We'll take a look real quick. I assume they were. Those old submarines are, you know, not great. So yeah, it was the older submarines here. Let's go ahead and give them 2 replacements. And dip around and see what else we've done in the seas. We sunk some convoys over here, so this is all going to get us some much needed naval experience. Alright, excellent. So yeah, we got those submarines we're going to have to design very soon here. In fact, did we already get those? We did, and I just didn't design it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get them now then. Also, I never built the mechanized equipment, so that's not good, because we need this. So let's put it under the trucks, and frankly, we're going to need like a ton of factories going into that. Let's actually go ahead and pull back on the light tanks now. And we don't need as many of those now that we have the all the stuff for the heavy tanks going. Yeah, I just don't think it's necessary to build as many. Can we pull back on infantry equipment? Probably. Yeah, we can pull back on that a bit. I know we're updating still, but let's get this into the mechanized equipment. We can see that we are now short on rubber again, so let's go ahead and trade for a bit more. How much do we need? That's enough for now. We'll just be short 1. Alright, I did forget we were doing stuff here, but it looks like nothing's really happened just yet. Alright, so yeah, you got them attacking up that way, and he'll support once that starts. We're moving over this way, and then we'll try and see if we can cut some more troops off over there. And you know what, let's go and push forward here as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this province here. And then let's have this guy go over here. And let me see what we got. We can support with this guy. Now they are winning there, so let's attempt an attack to kind of help out here. We'll send these guys over here. Actually, he'll just support. There we go. Does this guy border here? Let me take a look. He does. Alright, so we'll assist there as well. And that'll cut off all the troops over here. So looking pretty solid, and we're going to be moving towards Lublin soon. Can we get there before that guy? Looks like we should be able to. We don't do well on the defense, of course, once we get to these provinces. Then you see we often have some difficulty. Alright, so this here will cut off all these guys. So then at this point, we just want to go ahead and start the attacks to get them destroyed. There we go, beautiful. And let's go and attack over here as well. Alright, so the borders have become a little bit of a mess at this point. We'll go up this way and grab that. Or you know what, can we win here? We can. Alright, so we'll do that instead. Let's go and attack here as well. no longer getting the effects of Rebuild the Nation, so basically don't have as many civilian factories anymore, unfortunately. Now let's go and attack there and there. And then support here. We're also getting support from our fleet, since we control the seas there. Alright, so these guys are cut off as well now. So it's just a matter of getting them completely wiped out. Let's go and make this happen. We're still trying to get Warsaw. I almost want to stop the attack here. It's not really necessary to do this across the river anymore. So we should probably stop it. And then do this a little bit differently. Yeah, we'll just let them spread out, I suppose. And just take 2 troops to send them over this way. And we can attack over here just to lock them down. And let's see where else we can do some attacks. All these guys are currently defending. But again, we're trying to ensure that we have as little casualties as possible. Now, I would like to get the win here, so let's go and support with these guys. Because again, that'll cut all these troops off here. Though there are some troops leaving here, which we don't actually want them to get out. So we're going to attack over here, just to stop them from leaving. This guy here is going over that way, so that's actually fine. We're attacking across a river here. Stuff like that is obviously going to result in more casualties than we'd probably like. Alright, so he's still moving over this way. Excellent, looking pretty good there. And everything's good up there in the north as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack Warsaw now. He's going to go to Warsaw as well. These are all tanks, of course, so we need some infantry over here. Make this go a little bit smoother. Those guys are actually going over there, so we'll let one of them go, while the other one stays here and does this attack. So we try and get this done a little bit quicker here, because we're just about done with that pocket at this point. Move this guy over here. Alright, so lots of little pockets of troops that we've got to get finished up to get them destroyed. Yeah, just about done here, looks like. Yep, those guys are getting wiped out. Across here, we could be attacking this way. And this way. That looks pretty solid there. And Warsaw is now completely surrounded, with only 2 divisions remaining there. Alright, let's go and take this territory here. And see if there's anything else we can do. I guess we'll attack right here. I was thinking we're cutting troops off, but I completely forgot that they're in the war as well, obviously. So we're not cutting anybody off here. We're just really pushing the front forward, honestly. I mean, we cut this guy off, so I suppose we cut somebody off. But yeah, we still got to advance into all their territory. Just forgot about that. Let's see what we've done over here. So we didn't lose a submarine. The Italians did. But we sunk 3 destroyers, sunk some convoys as well. And is there anything else? That looks like that's all. And war propaganda. Don't need to be notified about that. Where are we at on this focus here? 16 to 70 days now. We could just go ahead and switch it up ourselves if we wanted to, because we have so much political power. Although actually we can't, because they're not powerful enough. So we wouldn't even be able to do that. But we can go over to extensive conscription, and I think we will, because yeah, we don't have much manpower. I mean, 470 obviously is fine, but I'm hesitant to build more troops with that number. Alright, so we wiped out all this territory here. Excellent. So, and this one here, so we have Warsaw now. So we're just trying to get this little pocket here finished up. And looks like it's going pretty well at this point. Let's actually send some more tanks over there to help out against that large number of troops right there. Let's go ahead and attack across the river just to get this done. Alright, beautiful. So we just need to be pushing the front forward now, where we can. I mean, it's still pretty well defended. Suppose we're going to take this guy, or actually we'll use this mountain unit. We'll set him over there. Help out. And here's another pocket where we need to wipe out some troops, so let's go and get that started. We probably won't need another unit going there. Maybe. We'll see. We'll attack this way. And I'm assuming that we should have this guy attack up here, yeah. Alright, beautiful. So this pocket here is just about finished up. And there's only 3 divisions left, and then they'll all come over to the front. In fact, we'll need to change up the front lines, won't we? Sunk 2 more convoys. Excellent. Hoping that these are troop convoys. Looks like, yeah, some of them are. Some of them are freight convoys. So yeah, getting ourselves some much needed naval experience. And I never did design. I keep getting distracted here. I never did design the submarines, so let's go ahead and do that now. We have the 1940s here. And yeah, we've already got all that on there. I think we already changed this, didn't we? So we need to get the snorkels on there, and then the last torpedo tubes. And now we're good to go. So let's go and save that, and then get them building. So how do we want to do this? Let's pull back. I mean, I don't know what happened to all of our dockyards. Probably being used for repairs right now. Yeah, I bet we're repairing a bunch of stuff. That's the reason why we don't have any dockyards. Alright, so let's go and advance over here. Have this guy just take this because he's in the area. We'll go and advance over here as well. And a little bit late on that, but yeah, Warsaw has fallen. Let's go and grab that victory point there. Let me just take a look, see how much longer till the Polish capitulate. 88%. They've already taken 399,000 casualties. We've done 346 of that or so, while only losing 1.5 thousand of our own. So just stupidly high kill-death ratio. That's the kind of stuff we want to see, though. We want very high kill-death ratio. All right, so with the tanks, I want to spread these, or excuse me, get these guys going this way. We don't want to spread them out. And then this one we want to spread out. This is the Blue Army's frontier. So get them coming up this way so the Green Army can then come and just focus on the north here. Alright, so that looks pretty solid. So yeah, I need to get this here wrapped up. So attack there, and you know what, these guys will stay on this front, I think. And I believe it's this one. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to actually advance here, despite the fact that I just told these guys to go up north. It's okay. We're no longer winning there. Interesting. Alright, so we want to... Well, we're winning now. Alright, so that'll work. The volunteers coming from Britain will be here on the 20th. And this is likely it for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they are already set to capitulate. We probably won't have to take much more territory before they surrender, especially as we get all these victory points here. You know what, actually, can I get here before these guys can? Nah, probably not. We're fast, but not that fast. So we'll have to attack them here to stop them. Alright, let's go and push forward here. And this is a separate front, I see. That's what the issue is. So let's go and get rid of this. Yeah, not really necessary because, I mean, let's be honest here, they're going to capitulate very soon. We'll send all our troops into here. And let's go ahead and go after their new capital since it's right there. Alright, so we're actually losing up here now because we just don't have enough troops to cover the front. So the Green Army's going to start slowly moving up there. Let's actually get them moving even faster up there. And then, yeah, we're going after this capital here, and that'll actually probably be the end of the war, is what I'm assuming. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Let me just double check here. Oh, maybe not. 95%, and that's after we've taken that. Well, that's interesting. I actually want to go ahead and keep going this way just because this is working out so well. We're also going to take that province there, and let's support with this guy here. Can he not reach that? He can't reach that. Okay. We'll go here. We did get pushed back from here. That's okay. Poland will be knocked out of the war soon. And then we'll be able to focus exclusively on them. Alright, so both of those will be victories there. It looks like we've gotten something here. An air doctrine. Alright, so I believe that's it for their spirits, right? We got all the Air Force ones. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the air doctrine then. The next one is direct ground support. That's plus 20% bonus for the ground support. So yeah, we're going to grab that real quick. Alright, so just looking for areas we can easily advance without too much difficulty. Alright, these guys are going to go over that way. Have him go grab this one. And we got some more troops cut off over here, so let's go ahead and start the attack. Get them wiped out. Very excellent. And we're going to grab this as well. And let's see how we've done in the seas. Some more convoys sunk. Haven't lost any further submarines, so that's good. 3 more convoys sunk there. Yeah, it looks like we're doing a lot of damage to the Spanish convoys, which, you know, again, are some of them are the troop convoys, while others are, you know, freight convoys. But a lot of these are actually troops. So yeah, we're sinking a ton of Spanish troops in the sea. So that's really good. That's our way of kind of helping out the Italians down there. And I assume the Italians are going to... Oh yeah, that's right, Gibraltar is now in Spanish hands. I assume the Italians are going to do a naval invasion of Spain. We'll have to see. But let's go and grab this, and that'll cut off all these troops. A little surprised they haven't capitulated yet. These guys are fighting harder than I expected. Or for longer, I should say. Maybe not really fighting hard. We're going to grab this one here. And the Turks want a non-aggression pact. We're going to decline that because, you know, obviously we're going to have to attack them. They have no choice in the matter. Alright, so we're going to take those 2 locations there. And it looks like they're trying to get Grodno back. Don't want that, but I don't think we can get there in time. It'll be 13 hours and we're attacking across the river, so that'll result in this unit getting cut off and not cutting off these guys here. So I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Yeah, there's not really anything we can do. We're just going to have to come up from behind, I suppose. Can we get there before this guy? Yeah, we can. 10 hours. Alright, that'll work. Let's go ahead and have him advance over here. He'll push forward here. And yeah, the fronts are kind of messed up. I mean, that's expected. With all these, with the fronts changing so much, and I don't really want to fix it because they should capitulate any moment here. A lot of troops up this way. And not really much we can do until we get more of our own units over here. We're going to go over here. And again, it looks like they... Oh, that's interesting. They gave up on Grodno. Okay. So go this way then. And I feel like we got probably too many tanks up here in the north. But again, it doesn't really matter because they have already surrendered. And since they were the... Well, that's unfortunate because Estonia now will be a separate treaty because we didn't touch in their territory. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that Holland was the war leader and the rest of the countries were all minor, including Spain. So, yeah, that's the war. Okay, yeah, I didn't really think about that. We probably should have waited to defeat Poland until we got into Estonia, because now we're going to have to do a separate war goal, and that's just kind of, you know, not very efficient. So I don't think we're going to annex any of this territory, guys. Unless we were to, like, take something to give to Ukraine. I mean, you could do that, I suppose. But why do that when this is all Polish core territory and they'll be a subject of ours, while Ukraine obviously is not. Yeah, you could like take this and then give it back to Belarus or give it back to Ukraine or whatever, but yeah, I don't think we're going to do it that way. What we are going to do is we are going to satellite Lithuania, so they will be free. And I almost want to annex this one here and give it to them. Just gotta think it'll look better than it currently looks here. So, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and annex this, and then we will give that to Belarus, and then this is gonna be Poland, essentially. So let's go ahead and puppet them, and that'll also stop the Italians from doing that, though it looks like we are out of points. That was just a little bit too much, unfortunately. I do want to make sure I puppet them. The problem here is that satellite in Lithuania is so damn expensive. Yeah, that's the issue. So this is what we're going to do. Let's go and pull back on that, because I'd like to see if I can't be the one to puppet Latvia or Spain. I don't think either of those are going to be an option, it looks like. Yeah, we just don't have the points. Alright, well, since those aren't options, we'll just go ahead and take that again. Oh, well, I can't do that. So there might not be anything that we can do here. We just don't have enough points, unfortunately. We could free up some Spanish territory, I suppose. Satellite some different countries here. So that'd be an option. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I think we'll probably just leave Spanish territory as is. Yeah, I don't see any reason to break them up. And so that means there's not really anything for us to do. So let's go and end our turn. And it looks like the Italians are going to take all their territory in Africa, which makes sense. So that's what they want to work on, and I'm okay with that. And we're going to attempt to puppet these other countries. Man, we just don't have enough points. So we probably shouldn't do anything and then just pass once so we can get a bit more points, try and get some stuff done here. All right, so let's go to annex that. And now puppet them. Oh, wow. Why is it so freaking expensive now? Is this for all their territory? Yeah, that got super expensive. And then that probably means we won't be able to puppet Spain. Now we just won't have enough points to puppet Spain. So let's go and end our turn. I don't think there's anything else to do. Well, actually, you know what? We could go ahead and start taking some territory for Poland. That would make sense. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take that territory for Poland. Can we get this one? It's only 15. No. All right, so that's all we can get for them. So let's go ahead and end our turn here. And looks like the Turks were able to get some stuff done. They took the Aegean Islands and they took Thrace. I forgot they're even involved in this here. But yeah, Greece is also a member here of this peace treaty. We can try and puppet them, but Spain I think is a little bit more important. So we're going to puppet them first, and then we'll attempt to puppet Greece. We cannot puppet Greece. We just don't have enough points. So what we'll do instead is go ahead and take this territory for Poland, if we can. Because yeah, it doesn't look like we have the points to do that either. Yeah, there's like nothing we can get them here. That's how few points we have. All right, well, I did want to make sure that we're the ones to puppet Spain, so I feel like we should go ahead and end our turn. And nothing else happened over here. We're gonna need to pass though, because there's just not enough points to get anything done. All right, so let's try and puppet the Greeks, and we cannot. That's interesting. So we have to pass again. Now can I do it? There we go. All right, so we're going to puppet the Greeks. The Italians could have done that, but it seems like they really were just interested in taking over all that African territory. I haven't seen them do anything else. All right, so now let's go ahead and start taking the rest of this territory over for Poland. Or maybe not. Yeah, we just can't do anything. We have so few points. All right, so we're going to need to pass like a couple times to be able to get something done here. Alright, so we should be able to get this done now, or at least some of this. As far as Spain goes, yeah, I feel like if that's where they want to take territory, then let them do it there. I don't want anybody taking this here, though I don't think they would either, because they wouldn't be connected. We got everything but one thing. Alright, how much is this? 11 points? Probably not going to be anything cheaper over here. Maybe. You got a 4-pointer there you can get. Alright, so yeah, we'll take that for Spain. So it looks like the Greeks are continuing losing territory to the Turks. And I didn't think about the fact that they were going to want to continue to take territory, so we should probably get the rest of this taken over for Greece here before Turkey takes it. And maybe we'll give Central Macedonia back to the Greeks when we go to war with the Turks when they go fascist. Maybe we'll get that back to them. Let's finish up Poland over here. Alright, so with that done, I think it's just Spain. So yeah, just take over as much as we can this turn here for them. Are we able to finish this up? Is everybody no longer interested in the treaty? It looks like it. Yeah, we'll be able to just get this all done. Nope, maybe not. Alright, so that'll work. Although we might be able to get like this 8-pointer here. No. Alright, go ahead and end our turn, see if anybody's doing anything else here. No, looks like nobody else is really caring. So yeah, I mean, this ended up being way easier. The war with them ended up being way easier than anticipated. Oh, well, we can't do anything. Alright, let's just pass a couple times. Yeah, it ended up being way easier than anticipated because of the fact that the Polish were the leader and everybody else was a minor country, so you only really had to defeat Poland. Of course, that did result in the issue of us not getting Estonia in the war. So I think that's it. And the war is done with them. That was super quick. The fascists have already been defeated. There's like no fascism left except for the countries that didn't get involved in the war, you know, joined the treaty and didn't get involved, or got involved but nobody actually got into their territory. But these are the fascist countries that are left, and then of course Russia. Russia's fascist as well. And the Turks haven't even started moving down their fascist route. I'm not entirely sure what's taking them so long, although they kind of always take a while. The Turks, they take a while to do pretty much every direction of their focus tree. It's a large focus tree, and it kind of confusing focus tree as well. We don't need to do these military parades here. Who can we invite to the faction? Turkey and Japan. Okay, so same as when we looked at that before. All right, so yeah, I don't even think they got the troops here, did they? Or if they did, they didn't really do much with them before the war ended. So yeah, we're gonna want to put troops onto the border with Estonia. Bulgaria will just allow Italy to do that, I think. And then the rest of them, I suppose, are gonna start coming over here. The Dutch are not quite fascist yet, but they're going fascist. So I did forget about them as well, that they'll be fascist soon, so we'll have to attack them. And then of course France, you know, we'll have to get them dealt with, even if they're not fascist. And the British are still currently in the Allies. Let me just see if they've gone any further down here. Not yet. Well, they could have been moving towards that and just haven't got it yet, because we really didn't go that far because of the war. Because yeah, this will have to be the end of today's episode. And what I'll do is just get all the planes out of the skies, so we're not spending the fuel, because you said we are actually using enough fuel now where we're losing it from our stockpile. We'll bring all the ships back in. No reason to have them back out there, have them out there doing anything when we're no longer at war. And also we can't really even mine any further. I'm wondering if we got any mines placed. Looks like we did. Maybe I didn't have them over here. Yeah, we got 9 mines over here. Yeah, we didn't have the miners in the English Channel. Yeah, we got a few mines placed, but not much before the war ended. Now, we didn't really get a whole lot done because the war ended so quickly. And I didn't see the final casualties there, but it was a ridiculous high kill-death ratio. Super easy conflict. I expected it to be easy, but maybe not quite that easy. Went very, very well. And of course, we also didn't have to invade Latvia, Estonia, or Spain, so that made it even easier than expected. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is what the Central Powers currently looks like now. We're getting pretty powerful at this point, and you know, France is obviously a pretty weak opponent typically. So I kind of like that we're giving them some time to prepare and get ready, because you know they need it. It takes them a long time to build up, and we saw that in the French campaign and any French campaign we played. It does take a while to build up there, so we're giving them that time to do so. Same with Russia. We're giving them time to build up and recover from their civil wars, both France and Russia. Of course, we had our own civil war, but we've already pretty much recovered from that at this point. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and the short war with the fascist faction. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.